Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you, for a little bit. We'll see how long it is. Got to get myself situated. So, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Hopefully it was good. Hopefully it was good. I had a good time. I had a good Thanksgiving. Hold on, let me turn that off. I think I need to turn those off. All right, yeah, I had a good Thanksgiving. Hold on. Go here. But before I get started, there's a couple things I want to talk about. Couple things. Let me say hello to a few people. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I believe he's in Anderson. He's representing Anderson. David says first. And then he also says, good afternoon, little baby E-Man and the afternoon experiment fam. Checking in from Westchester. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. LaDonna says, wow. LaDonna, were you being a hater when you said wow? Or were you just amazed at such a beautiful day? I feel like that was a hater wow. I feel like that was wow, he started early. He here today. One of those type of wow. I could be wrong. I'm just telling you how I feel. And I don't know if it's just my feelings or if it's, my King of Talk vibes going. But good afternoon, LaDonna. Good afternoon. Anthony is, he hating on somebody. That's what he do. Good afternoon, Anthony. He said he's representing the wood. English woods. All right. Got Regina. Regina, good afternoon. Representing Madisonville. LaDonna representing East Price Hill. Preston, good afternoon. Representing Clifton. All right. Got, hold on. McConnell, good afternoon. He said he at work. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for checking me out at work. Erica, representing Reading. All right. Good afternoon, Erica. Good afternoon. Pamela in the house. Representing North Avondale. Good afternoon, Pamela. Good afternoon, Pamela. I'm going to make an adjustment there. Make that just a little bigger. It didn't actually make it any bigger. Okay. Got Jeannie. Jeannie in the house. Good afternoon. Jeannie says happy Monday. Happy Monday to you as well. Tria says, hey, everybody. Hey, Tria. Good afternoon. Got Karen in the house, representing Westwood. Good afternoon, Karen. Got Dwayne, representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon, Dwayne. Anthony, being the hater that he is, bet them desserts didn't have a damn chance. No, they didn't, and I blame the little baby. It's all the little baby's fault. Brenda, good afternoon, representing Fairfield. Good afternoon. We got Brent in the house, representing Dallas, Texas. Regina says she loves the background. I try to change it up every once in a while. Jack says he is back from downtown. All right. Jack representing downtown. Good afternoon, Jack. Got Daryl in the house. Says E-Man is on time. Time to play the lotteries. More hate. Unnecessary hate. I don't even understand why. But what can you do? We got Stephanie in the house, representing Roselawn. All right. You don't see an S on wood. Did I say an S? I don't think I said an S on wood. Are you representing English woods? The wood. It's the same. It's all the same. Got Tessie in the house representing Fairfield. All right, Tessie. Deborah, good afternoon. Oh, hold on. I just said, all right, Tessie. Like, that's not a proper, greeting. Good afternoon, Tessie. Thank you for joining. Got Deborah in the house. Good afternoon, Deborah. Good afternoon. Pamela says, Thanksgiving was great. Went over my daughter and son-in-law's home for dinner. I noticed that the canned cranberry sauce was on the kitchen counter. I told her to put it in the fridge for a short time to let it get cold. All right. Realized at home at 11 p.m. I never ate any cranberry sauce and sent her the message. She said it was frozen. Oh, so you messed everything up. You messed everything up. That's a daggone shame. Uh, Carolyn says she's repping East Walnut Hills. All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all. There was no cranberry sauce where I was at. I was a little disappointed. So I think from now on, wherever I go for Thanksgiving, I'm bringing the cranberry sauce. It's a good can. And it will be refrigerated. A good can of refrigerated cranberry sauce. Because, you know. But no, I enjoyed myself on Thanksgiving. I had a ball. Remember I told y'all I was taking the little baby out to, what is it? The Festival of Lights. Well, we went, had a ball. Had so many of those moments where she, so much of that. It was amazing. Mrs. Livingston asked me afterwards. She said, did you enjoy yourself? I said, that all depends. That all depends. Did you enjoy yourself? She said, oh, yeah, I enjoyed myself. Because when we went in, she said, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. I'm going to be like a tourist. See, she don't really like to say it. But when it comes to like Christmas lights and stuff like that, she a big kid. So really, she was just like the kids at the Festival of Lights. But she left me and my daughter with the little kids, and she went and she was being a big kid. No problem with her. She was taking pictures of everything. She was, and I was like, cool. Because she had that same look of, don't do nothing for me. But, so when she asked me, did you have a good time? I asked, did you have a good time? And she said, yeah, I sure did. I enjoyed myself. I said, then I enjoyed myself. Because that's really all it was about for me, was getting an opportunity to watch everybody enjoy themselves. I'm one of those simple people. Not mentally, but I'm one of those simple people. I enjoy like small pleasures in life. And, if I say we going to the Festival of Lights, knowing that it's not necessarily something that, is going to thrill me, I'm doing it to watching everybody enjoy it. So they watched walked around. We saw all the lights and went to some of the little animal displays. It was dark. You couldn't see nothing, but they was still trying to, is that a monkey? I'm like, that ain't no damn monkey over there. But they was having a ball looking for animals that didn't exist. They swear that they saw them. Like, oh, that's a lion. And I'm thinking, ain't no goddamn lions out here. It's 28 degrees. The lions is all put up. But they were swearing that they were seeing stuff. And as long as they swear they saw it, I let them think that they saw it. And they was having a ball hunting down invisible animals. Only animal that I think we actually saw, for whatever reason, I think they had like bald eagles out there. They wasn't in no cage or nothing. I'm like, why wouldn't they just fly away? But they was moving. I don't know if it was real or if it was like some animatronics or something like that. I'm not sure. But once they saw the little eagles, they swear they saw other animals that just wasn't there. They didn't exist. But the fact that they enjoyed themselves, that was all I needed. So yeah, for like 2.5 hours, I just watched them look for invisible animals and find them. Take pictures of lights and what they rode the carousel and the train. And they were happy, I was happy. So you can't beat that. Maybe we'll go back because they really did enjoy it. Tessie says the bald eagles is real. Their wings are clipped and they can't fly away. Okay. They looked really real, but I was like, they should be able to fly away. But all right, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. But once they saw them, they swore they saw everything else. They swore they saw everything else. Like, that's a monkey. I was like, that ain't no damn monkey. Don't you see it right there? Like, no, I don't see nothing. They had their little flashlights on the phone. See? I'm like, no, there's no monkey there. It's all in your mind. See the lemurs? Ain't no lemurs over there. They're not out. Don't you see? See, he running by. I'm looking, ain't nothing running by, but they swear they see it. They swear they see it. All right. So everybody had a ball. We didn't get an opportunity to make s'mores. Because by the time we decided it was time for s'mores, it was time to leave. It was time to leave. I think we were the last people out. When they actually came by like, okay, y'all got to leave now. So it was all good. I enjoyed myself. Now, if you want to see me have a good time, take me to Kings Island. Give me a roller coaster. Now, I can't do spinning rides like I used to like Delirium. But even that, just the spinning now, just my head, I can't take it. I can't take Delirium. I can't take spinning rides. But give me a roller coaster or something like that, I'm all good. I can ride roller coasters for days. I do have a problem. I see your message, stalled touchstone. Let me see. Let me read it. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotions on your channel. Oh, thank you. That's from Twitch. They want to offer promotions, viewers, followers, views, chat bots, etc. And the price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. No, thank you. I appreciate the offer. Thank you. I do it just the natural way. If 12 people watching, 12 people watching. If 100 people watching, 100 people watching. I don't need 16,912 and only actually 12 people watching, and the rest of it is manufactured. But thank you. Thank you. Tessie says Kings Island Winterfest is great too. Are they doing that still? First time I ever went ice skating was at Winterfest at Kings Island, when they freeze over the little whatever, the pool thing. It ain't a pool. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the first time I ever went ice skating. But yeah, you take me to Kings Island, I'm having a good time. Take me to Kings Island, I'm having a good time. Put me on a roller coaster. Even though I do have to admit, while I love Diamondback and Orion, I don't like the restraint. I don't like that clamshell restraint. And this is just me. This is the, whatever you want to call it. I always feel like it's going to come loose. And then there's nothing to hold on to. I mean, think about it. I don't know if y'all roller coaster people. As a roller coaster person, I never liked the thing that come down over your head. That bang your head around too much. I never liked that. I don't mind cars with lap bars. I remember back in the day when it was just a little thing you had to hold on to. Nothing clamped you in. But I definitely don't like those clamshells. I don't know why. In my mind, I feel like when I start going down that hill, that clamshell gonna come open, and that's the thing I'm holding on to, and that's the only thing holding me in. It's just gonna catapult me right out of that daggone seat. So it's unnerving to me. If they changed it and put a different type of restraint, I would love Orion and Diamondback. I mean, I do still love them. I do still ride them. But on the way up those hills, I be thinking, I be like legit praying. Like, Jesus, I'll give up sweets if this thing don't open up. If I don't go flying out of this thing, I'll give up candy. I'll give up cookies. I'll give up cake. And then, of course, when I go down, like, where the waffle cakes at? But I can't. It bothers me so. But other than that, I love roller coasters. I love roller coasters. So that's where you take me to get me happy. Janice says there is nothing better than seeing the look of wonder, happiness, and joy on the faces of little children, especially during the holidays. Absolutely nothing better. And we didn't just take little baby, we took one of the nieces as well. And she enjoyed herself, and her and the little baby would just take off running. And, you know, her mama, the little girl, her mama will have to be like, get back here. If I can't see you, you gone too far. She had to do that about 10 times, but they had such a good time. So that's that. I saw a few more people came in and said hi. Hi to everyone. Good afternoon to everyone. Chelsea wants to know, did I eat some chitlins? I did not eat chitlins. There were no chitterlings where I went. I don't know where y'all get this chitlin stuff. It's chitterlings. And there were no chitterlings where I was at. Stephanie says Coney Island is doing lights as well. Might have to go check that out. You know what I used to go check out, and I didn't see it this year. I used to, and we took the little baby. She is who she is. So we went and watched fireworks. You know, at Coney Island, they used to do the international fireworks competition, where, you know, of course, the pool was drained by this time. It was sometime in September. The pool was drained by this time. And so you would be in the pool and they would do the fireworks. But the fireworks would basically be right over your head. Like sometimes you could feel the debris from the fireworks falling on you. It was such a good time. You take the little baby and she gets scared. The booms scare her. So she sit there with her ears covered and peeking out. She peeking out of one eye with her ears covered because the booms scare her. But I like doing stuff like that. And I don't know if they did it this year. Right? I didn't see it this year. Otherwise, I would have went. We've gone, like, it was like 3 or 4 years leading up to COVID. And then, because that year that they canceled everything in COVID, it was scheduled to happen. And then they canceled it. And I don't know if it's been back yet. Let's see. Ron says, you look like an ice skater. I'm not sure what that means. I can keep my balance. Like, I'm not some great skater, but I can kind of keep my balance. I fall. You know what I'm saying? You just go to skating around, come time to stop, go to stop, and that's my brake sound. You can go to stop, and boom, fall, get back up, and go back to skating. I'm not a great skater, but I like it. It's fun. It's fun. I don't have to be good to do it. Carolyn, I think Carolyn's talking about because Stephanie said they're doing the lights at Coney Island as well. And I was in the process of saying I have to go check that out as well, because I'll take the little kids. I'll take that little baby to anything where she going to be, in some state of wonder. I'll take her to just about anything for that. Carolyn says she's taking her grandson on Friday. Can't beat that. Let's see. A drive-through festival of lights. Yeah, I'll check it out. LaDonna talking about Kings Island. It would be a waste of time. She ain't getting no nothing. Oh, stop it. Myosha, why did I just picture you being catapulted out of a roller coaster? Because you might be evil. Rich and evil. Those go together, don't they? No. I'm just being silly. Number one, I'm teasing Myosha. Number two, I'm teasing Wyatt because he just talked about being rich. Samuel says, good afternoon. Hold on. That's right. Nobody eating freaking chitlins. Why y'all keep calling them chitlins? I don't know. They're chitterlings. Chelsea says, should have came down to Alabama. If I didn't have, I was on call all week and I had thought about going, because you know me and Mark is supposed to go out in the pasture. We're gonna take the murder gun. Uh, he hates it when I call it that. The AR-15, and along with all his other weapons, and we're gonna go out in the pasture and just shoot. So I thought this would be a good time to go, but I had other things that I had to do. I was on call and all that kind of stuff. So you were down there eating chitterlings. Metric did text me like, where are you at? You supposed to be down here. You back as a member in good standing. Why are you not here? But yeah, I had other things to do. But I it seemed like everybody had a good time. Brent, talk about this chitterlings if you're bougie. Read the damn package. The package clearly says chitterlings. Let me see. I'm behind already. Oh, hold on. Let me put the chat up. Put the chat up. All right. Let me see. It is a couple things that I want to talk about. It's a couple things I want to talk about. Jack says you don't have too far to fall. More hate. I don't know why hate. Why hate, Jack? Why? But I don't care. It's fun. I just enjoyed myself. I'm one of these people. I told y'all. Small things. And you get me out somewhere having fun. That's all I care about. I don't care. You know, people, oh, he falling. So what? I'm having fun. So, and like you said, it ain't too far to fall. So I'm not hurting myself. Stephanie says, ice skating is nothing like roller skating. I can tear up the floor with some roller skates. I'm good. I'm the same on ice skates and roller skates. They're the same to me. It's about keeping my balance. I go to skating. I can do some stuff. But when I'm moving slowly, I might fall. I might fall. Not might. I fall. I do. I fall. Marcus and his friends are putting on a drive-through drag show at Eden Park. I don't know nothing about that. Tessie says, most of the rides at Kings Island are not open. The only coaster that was open was Flight of Fear and Mystic Timbers. I think the lights and festivities are better than the zoo. All right. She says on call, what are you, a doctor now? Don't you worry about it. Don't worry about it. Chelsea says they went hunting and brought back a deer. I did not eat any chitterlings, but they were serving them. All right. But I know you have eaten chitterlings. I know you have eaten them. And you're welcome for that. Oh, let's see. Jack says he's 100 or he's a whole foot taller than me, and don't mention weight. All right. You must have stronger ankles when ice skating. Maybe if you skating on like some little professional blades or something like that, but when you go to, like if you go down on the square or you go up to Kings Island, them blades is about that thick. It's just like roller skating. It's just like roller skating. No difference. I don't fall any more when I'm roller skating than I do when I'm ice skating or, vice versa. It's the same. It's the same. Shahara checks in. Afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. She's present and checking in from Bond Hill. So she is representing Bond Hill. All right. And Chelsea says we could have done an afternoon experiment live from the Livingston's living room. Nobody wants to see that. All right. I got a couple quick things that I want to discuss. Okay, I got to talk about what? I guess, what's the chick name? Y'all know, I be trying to follow certain stuff, but some stuff don't hold my interest. The chick who went after Sean Combs and said that what did she say? Did she actually say that he sexually assaulted her? Or I'm not even 100% sure what she's claiming that he did. But apparently he settled, he paid her some money. And that's a big deal to everybody. And I guess one of the reasons why it's a big deal is because now he's been named in another issue where apparently he and Aaron Hall raped somebody. And it is sad to say, I heard Raven today, I heard Wyatt today, and I kind of had to concur with Wyatt. When you put somebody with Aaron Hall, you have to believe they're guilty now. They are guilty. That ain't fair. That ain't fair. But Stephanie says Diddy, not Sean Combs. That boy named Sean Combs. His mama named him Sean. I'm gonna call him Sean. That boy named Sean Combs. But if you running around like I heard Wyatt saying, and I think I heard some people saying on Raven's show, I've seen interviews with Aaron Hall. Oh, I wish I had my laptop down here. I would pull one up real quick. I've seen interviews with Aaron Hall where Aaron talking about his kind of sexual proclivities. He called himself the nasty man, which in and of itself is not horrible. But then you listen to the dude talk about some of the stuff that he's done and he likes to do. And he say certain stuff with a certain level of pride. That you ever heard somebody say something with a certain level of pride that you're like, you shouldn't be proud of that. That's not something you should be proud of. I've been driving for 20 years under suspension. That's not something you should be proud of. Now I ain't got no car insurance. I ain't had no car insurance for 10 years. Like, that's not something you should be proud of. Yeah, I got kids. I ain't seen my kids since they was born. That's not something you should be proud of. Why are you talking about that in such a way that it makes it seem like it's something that other people should strive for? Well, that's Aaron Hall when it comes to his sexual proclivities. Oh, if you know me, this is a terrible Aaron Hall impersonation. Oh, if you know me, then you know how I get down. Everybody who come to my house watch me have sex. He say the F word. Everybody who come to my house watch me have sex. What? What are you talking about? That's one of the requisites for coming to your house? Is I got to watch you have sex with somebody? What? I'm like, what are holidays like in the Hall household? What in the world? Now, for real, he said that. Everybody who come to my house watch me F. He said that. Go look it up. You'll see I'm not making it up. It's what he said. That's what he do. He F people in front of other people. All his friends, when they come over to his house. He was naming names too. Like I think he said JoJo and Casey from Jodeci. Yeah, they came over here. They watched me F. What? Why are you saying that? On camera. It wasn't like a hot mic situation. It was like, here is a camera. Here is a mic. We're interviewing you. Tell me about you. Everybody who come over here watch me F. What? Why are you saying that out loud? And naming names. So yeah, when you put him in the middle of everything, yeah, he named names. He named names. Tria said he said Denzel and Jamie too. He named names of people who have come to his house and watched him have sex with people. I'm not making it up. It sounds like something made up, but I'm not making it up. It's a real interview. You could probably, unless they done took it down since, this stuff came out, you could go on YouTube and look it up. So yes, if you are paired with, CK says, who said that, man? Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall said that's how he get down. And if you go to his house, you gonna watch him have sex. Everybody do it. You got to watch him have sex at his house. It sounds so ridiculous. It sounds absolutely ridiculous. I just can't imagine that invitation. I imagine the invitation is normal. The invitation is normal. Like, hey, you want to, we watching the Super Bowl. You want to come over to the house? And you're like, sure, a Super Bowl party at Aaron Hall's house. Why not? Why not? Super Bowl party at Aaron Hall's house. And then you go there and you're like, all right, where are they watching the game? Before you go watch the game, watch this. You're like, what? What in the world is going on? I didn't come here for this. I always wanted, do he just... It's happening at the front door. How is this happening? How is this happening? And I know people like making it up. I promise I'm not going to swear. I promise I'm not making this up. I promise I'm not. Oh, I wish I had my other laptop down here. I would play it for y'all. I would play the interview. So, all of that to say, Pat says, I'm 69 years old. I'm too old for this. I don't know some of these people. Pat, you 69 years old. You are the perfect age for this conversation. The perfect age. You 69 is the perfect age for this conversation. I'm just saying. It can't be no more perfect. It might not be comfortable for you, but in terms of ages, there is no other age that's more appropriate. Oh boy. A few of the people are verifying. I'm not making it up. He did the interview. It is real. So again, all of that to say, if you say to me, Diddy did so-and-so. Not that Diddy has some special something about him that makes him seem pure. No. I allow for the idea that Sean Combs has sexually assaulted people. I allow that for anyone. Anyone. Not saying that he did, but the possibility. You know what I'm saying? A woman comes and says, so-and-so sexually assaulted me. You can't be like, him? No, not him. Like, I can't think of a single human being that I would be like, not him. TD Jakes, some woman comes forth and says, not that this is an accusation. Some woman comes forth and says, TD Jakes sexually assaulted me. I wouldn't be like, TD Jakes, not him. He didn't do it. Like with any super level of confidence. I might not want to believe it, but I wouldn't be like, nah, that's unreasonable. There's no way in the world that would ever happen. He's so far. No. Morally, he's at a position where there's no way that you could ever convince me that no. So I'm not saying I'm putting it past Diddy. But if you told me, let's say TD Jakes, if you said I was out and I saw TD Jakes and Aaron Hall at a party and they sexually assaulted me, I would be like, TD Jakes probably did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, there is no, you pair anybody with Aaron Hall. Anybody. I don't know how. Joel Osteen got brought up earlier today. If you say it right off the bat, hey, so-and-so was out with Joe Osteen. She's accusing him of sexual assault. It's possible, but Joe Osteen? Again, if you said so-and-so was out with Joe Osteen and Aaron Hall, and they sexually assaulted her, I'm like, Joe probably did that. Joe Osteen probably did that. You know what I'm saying? There's no Joe Osteen and Aaron Hall. First, why is Joe Osteen hanging out with Aaron Hall? Has he been to his house? Does he know how Aaron Hall get down? He said all his friends. Chelsea wants to know, are you talking about I Miss You, Aaron Hall? Yes. Lead singer of Guy. I miss you. Don't be afraid. Oh, thank you. Mrs. Livingston brought me the laptop. I have to see if I can find it. Yes, that Aaron Hall. And I would be like, what in the world was Joe Osteen doing hanging out with Aaron Hall? But he was hanging out with Aaron Hall. That makes me believe he been to his house. If you've been to his house, you don't watch him F. And if you don't watch him F, you know how he get down. It's not that far of a stretch that you would participate. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me see if I can get this together. Oh. Let me see if I can. I'm grunting, like plugging these things in to this thing is such a difficult task. All right, hold on, let's see. Let's go to YouTube. Oh, am I not connected to the network? Okay, there we go. It was just taking a little longer. My network ain't slow. It shouldn't take that long. Let's see. I don't want the whole interview. I really just want the part. Hold on. Maybe I have to. Hold on. Let me see. I had to click on this, y'all. Let's see if this is what I'm looking for. Hold on, Anna.
My father's a pastor, so my whole thing is that my grandfather being a pimp, it's just like I'm third generation Aaron.
Okay, hold on. This is Aaron Hall. I don't know if this is the portion of the interview where he said it. Of course, this is from Vlad TV. Let me see if I can put that up there. Go here. Take this down. Play.
Can't no bitch out there say that she handled my shit. My father's a pastor, so my whole thing is that my grandfather being a pimp, it's just like I'm third generation Aaron Hall III. My father's is Aaron Hall Jr. He's a pastor, so I just skipped over it like checkers. And my whole thing is that if you never heard a girl say that no fucked up trick shit about Aaron Hall, then you understand that Let's Chill shit is some real shit.
So that was basically like from some life experience?
Now, my whole thing is that I just think that girls think that a whole lot of guys, run after they shit. You know what I mean?
Talk to me. You can say what you want on there.
But a whole lot of girls out there with the umbilical cords, them young 1970s, 1980s bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They try to go up there with the, with the fresh out the pussy shit and think they can get like a nigga like Aaron Hall. I'm historical dick.
Yeah.
They fuck with me.
That's right. That's right.
If they fuck with me, it's a big dick. Everybody know my son's mother. Everybody know that shit. So
yeah, that's glory, and tell them about it.
So when you put Aaron's on it, when you fuck a bitch for 3 days and take the bitch hand and take him out of the man's hand, then you a retired pimp.
Yeah.
But at the time, as soon as I came to South Beach, I just grabbed her, and she'll tell you the same story. I just grabbed her and fucked her for 3 days, then Aaron's got on her pussy with an apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Like it's Aaron.
I mean,
with
it was
3
like,
colors on it.
Yeah, crazy glue. I
and
mean,
my whole thing is this, is that if niggas can't handle me, I'm not gonna never let them get my last name. If you can't handle my dick, you ain't getting my last name. So I've been single for 50 years.
all right now.
A whole lot of niggas out there, from Jamie Foxx to like Denzel Washington to whoever. Everybody know me.
Yeah.
So everybody know if I say it, I'm gonna fuck it to death. I like the fucking public, you feel me?
Yeah.
So niggas can't say nothing about it. Them square ass niggas, them precious cake little dick niggas.
Yeah.
I like for them niggas to see how I fuck. Like if you speak to Jodeci or Puffy or any of them niggas, they been at my house. They all see me fuck. They all know I'm a big nigga.
Yeah.
If a bitch touch my dick and she say my dick is small, then she's a lying bitch.
Yeah.
Tell her to name the tattoo that's on my ribs that says warning. You get this dick, I'm fucking you up. The thing.
All right, I'm sorry. I can't take no more. I can't take no more. Just so y'all see, I wasn't making it up. You've been to his house. You don't watch him F. What? 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 Who has a party at their house to have somebody watch him F? And yes, if you pair him with anybody, and you say to me, Denzel Washington sexually assaulted me, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe that. You got to show me some proof or something. If you say Denzel Washington was hanging out with Aaron Hall and they sexually assaulted me, yeah, Denzel did that shit. Denzel did it. He was guilty. So, yeah. When he got paired with Aaron Hall, it's over. It's over. We believe her. Whoever she is, we believe her. Who's the most wholesome person you can think of? Because there's no level of wholesomeness that undoes that interview. Who's the most wholesome person you can think of? The most wholesome person you can think of. I'm trying to think. Tevin Campbell. Tevin Campbell ain't all that wholesome. Who's the most wholesome person you can think of? Davis Denise says you would not see me hanging out with Aaron Hall. See, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't. That would be my defense. My defense, honestly, my defense wouldn't even be I didn't do it. My defense would be you ain't never seen me hanging out with Aaron Hall. That would be my defense. Now prove that I was hanging out with Aaron Hall. Forget the sexual assault part. Prove I was hanging out with Aaron Hall. Like, we can't prove it. There you go. There you go. Tom Hanks. Okay, people like Tom Hanks. And if somebody said Tom Hanks sexually assaulted me, you'd be like, really? Really? Tom Hanks sexually assaulted? I'm not saying it's not possible, but prove it. But prove it. You got to show me some proof, something. If they said Tom Hanks was hanging out with Aaron Hall and they gang sexually assaulted me, Tom Hanks did that shit. Tom Hanks would be like, oh, me and Aaron, we're just good friends for back in the day. You know, we I go to his house sometime, he come to my house sometime, and we just hang out. Tom Hanks did it. Tom Hanks did it. What you doing at Aaron's house? We know what happens there. So, yeah. So from that perspective, Sorry, Mr. Combs, but I believe her. Whoever she is, I believe her. What else did I want to talk about? I didn't want to spend that much time talking about Aaron Hall, but you pair Aaron Hall, Ozzie Davis, Ozzie Davis. Okay, yeah, Ozzie Davis. Hey, oh, Ozzie Davis. Oh, Ozzie Davis ain't did nothing to nobody. Ozzie Davis was hanging out with Aaron Hall, and enough said. Ozzie Odes did that. Enough said. I was Ozzie hanging out with Aaron. So there you go. All right. This is from NBC News. Apparently, the National Transportation Safety Board is once again recommending. This ain't the first time that they've made this recommendation, but they're recommending that all new automobiles come equipped with the technology, which they say exists, to make speeding difficult or impossible. Apparently, there was some sort of an accident in Las Vegas that killed 9 people, and they say that speed was, of course, one of the factors. And hold on. Pamela says, I'm sure Ozzie was faithful to Ruby D. Not if he was hanging out with Aaron Hall. No, he wasn't. Apparently, this accident killed 9 people in Las Vegas, and speed was a factor. And what the NTSB is saying is that they have this thing called Intelligent Speed Assistance Technology, or ISA. And what it does, it uses GPS and sign recognition to prevent vehicles from exceeding the speed limit. You know, I don't know how many, I use Waze. Not always, but I use Waze. And one of the things that they do when you're driving and you got Waze, it monitors your speed. And if you go over the speed limit, don't ask me how I know. I got a friend. If you go over the speed limit, the thing turns red, and it, you know, kind of start flashing sometimes and let you know you are exceeding the speed limit in this area. I mean, if the speed limit is 20, it know the speed limit is 20. If the speed limit is 70, it know the speed limit is 70. They, you know, you can GPS and all of that stuff. They can tell all of this stuff. And they're saying they have the technology now to kind of build that into your car. So that if you're in a 25, and y'all know, I know how many of y'all used to have ever rented an older U-Haul and tried to get on the highway and move. They had those regulators. You couldn't go over 55 miles an hour. They don't have those on there anymore. Don't ask me how I know. I got a friend. A friend told me. But they used to have those regulators on there. But in essence, what they're saying is, hey, they got away. Now you in a 55, your car won't go no faster than 55. I actually think they might, it might like hit 60, but not much more than 55. Again, 70, it might hit 75, but not much more. And the vehicle now is the thing that keeps you from speeding, not the police, not your own sense of safety and duty to your fellow man on the road. The car will do it. And they're saying, the NTSB is saying, we want that on all new cars moving forward. And this ain't the first time they've suggested that. 6 years ago, apparently, they made the same suggestion. But, you know, this time they're making it again, and they're wondering if it's something that they can get going. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy said in a news release this month that the accident in Las Vegas, in which 4 children were among the 9 people killed when a car traveling more than 100 miles per hour hit a minivan, was one of the many that informed the NTSB's new recommendation. She says this crash is the latest in a long line of tragedies we've investigated where speed and impairment led to catastrophe. But it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. Now, I see a lot of y'all are already saying, I'm against that. I'm against that. But can I ask why? Why are you against it? Are you against it just because you want to speed? But when you think about it from a safety standpoint, it makes sense. It makes sense. And I have to be honest, would I want it? No, because I got a friend that likes to drive fast. He likes to get in the car and get where he going. Get in the car and get there. He's an excellent driver. He's also a multitasker. But he likes to get in the car and get where he going. So I know, I wouldn't like it for my friend's sake. But, come on, we all see cars moving too fast. We all see cars moving too fast. Sometimes I'm in the car with my friend and he's going 80, 85, 90 miles an hour. And some car just typically on the right hand side of him, just, and they gone, they moving. And this is like in the city that he lives in. Man, they just, they gone. And you like, hold on. If my friend is doing 95, how fast is this dude going? Did he just zip past me like it was nothing? How fast is this dude going? So from a safety standpoint, would it be a bad idea to put, okay, if you're against regulating it for the area that you're in, what about just regulating it to a certain speed? But I believe it or not, I know I wouldn't like it. But I'm not 100% against it. If they did it, I wouldn't, be like, no, don't do that. Change it back. Be picketing and stuff like that. I would be okay with it. Anybody else with me? Or am I out here by myself? Anybody? Anybody would be like, okay, I could go with that. Or, okay, maybe even if you don't say, like Lamont just said, 85 is normal in a 35. What about even if they just did it, because they can do it, in, like, just say residential areas. If they just did it in residential areas where, okay, the speed limit is 25. You have this ISA device on your vehicle. So in these areas, you can't exceed that speed limit. Would that be okay? Is there any level of this where people would be like, I'm with it? Any level? Just curious. 513-717-5464. That's the number to get on board. 513-717-5464. Because I wouldn't necessarily have an issue with it. Dante says, hold on, I can't read it where it is. It's under the little mark. And they won't let me move the mark. Dante says, I like having a car that is wide open to 185 miles an hour. I would never drive that fast, but I like having a car that can do that speed. Why? Why? I mean, what are you anticipating? When do you say you would never drive that fast? Then why do you need a car that will go that fast? Just curious. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm sorry. I keep doing it. I got an eyelash that I can see. It's irritating me, and for whatever reason, it's not coming out. But why? Dwayne says he could roll with it in residential areas. For real, curious. What is the drawback? Okay, Nate, this is kind of what I was looking for, even though I think this might be pushing it just a little bit. F that. What if some bad people are chasing you and they're in an older vehicle? The government just got me killed. Well, maybe don't be in a position where bad people gonna be chasing you in old cars. I think that's a specialized situation that you can avoid. Might just be me, but it feels like that's a specialized situation that you can avoid. Oh boy. Okay, Mary says for hospital emergencies, fast is needed. I was kind of thinking that, but kind of at the same time, I'm thinking, and what I was about to, I'll go ahead and say it, but as I got ready to say it, I already have an answer to it. How often have you had to rush somebody to the hospital? Like, those instances feel few and far between. But, of course, the answer to that is, if you are one of those people, it becomes really important to be able to do that. So, okay. Maybe, I don't know. There's got to be some way that you should be able to override it for emergencies. Maybe. What if someone caught you out in traffic? Do you really want your speed limited in your Chevette? Well, the Chevette wouldn't count. If I still had the vet, I would be able to outdrive Dante's 185 mile an hour vehicle, because mine wouldn't have the ISA device on it. The vet would not have the ISA device. Anthony says, I don't want anything controlling my car but me. F all the Elon Musk crap. Well, they are the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. This is something that they say that they are going to kind of push for. This is a non-urgent recommendation, which means it ain't going to happen. But they say that it is something that they are exploring. They're going to be taking public comment on it, I guess, around the nation to get feedback on it. So it is something that they're looking at, just so you know. Just so you know. When I think about it, it might be needed. Mary says it's not needed if you could override it. I guess. See, I think about, sometimes I'm double-minded. Because sometimes I think about stuff and I think in terms of safety. Excuse me. Something in my throat. In terms of safety, I need to drink something. Hold on, let me drink something. sometimes I think about things in terms of safety. And I think it might be a good idea for safety's sake. But then, yeah, I do think of the ramifications as it comes to individual liberties and freedom and all of that kind of stuff. There's no reason when my friend is driving on the highway at 95 miles an hour. Some people would say there's no reason for him to drive 95 miles an hour. But sometimes, you know, you got to drive that fast to get away from the stupid people who, you know, get in that left-hand lane and drive too slow, and then you have to get out and go around them and then get in the passing lane to actually pass people. You shouldn't have to go over 3 or 4 lanes of traffic to pass people when there's somebody in the left-hand lane driving 60 miles an hour. Okay? So, but I think when my friend is driving 95 miles an hour, is there really any reason for somebody to have to zip around him at such a speed? It's not safe. And the way some people weave in and out of traffic. So I think about it for safety's sake. I guess I agree with y'all for the most part. And it's not even, oh, I want to be able to go as fast as I want to go when I want to go that fast. Okay, it's partially that, but it's not mostly that. It's, for me, again, it's mostly, I'm like, y'all, I don't trust other people to dictate what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, when I can do it, because they don't know why I'm doing it. And even if they did know why, I'm autonomous. You know what I'm saying? I make up my own mind. So, I don't know. For safety's sake, it probably is a good idea. But I don't. It's the government doing it. Believe it or not, I might not even have that big of a problem if it was something that, say, the car manufacturers did on their own. If car manufacturers said, look, from here on out, we putting this ISA device in there where you only going to be able to go the speed limit. I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't have as much of a problem as the government saying, hey, we're going to mandate that y'all put these devices in people's cars. So, yeah, for that reason, I'm out. What else? There was something else. Hold on, let me scroll. Did anybody watch the Griot Awards? I saw a little piece of the Griot Awards. I think it was last night. It might have been the night before. I saw a little piece of the Griot Awards. And I saw where The Rock won an award. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson won an award. The Inspirational Icon Award. I missed where apparently they gave Steve Harvey an award as well for like the television icon or something like that. Yeah, the Television Icon Award. And I would say he probably deserves that award. Steve Harvey is like everywhere, feel like everywhere on TV. I don't like Steve Harvey. I didn't see him receive the award. I was just kind of breezing through the Griot, and I saw where the Griot Awards, television icon Steve Harvey. And I'm like, they gave him an award. Again, I'm not saying that he don't deserve the award, but I don't like Steve Harvey. I mean, I don't know him personally, of course. He might be really genuinely the nicest guy on the planet. But I don't like Steve Harvey. Why don't I like Steve Harvey? And it's not just that he's not funny. Because I don't think he's very funny. Never really have. But it's not it. Because there are other comedians that I'm like, He not that funny. But I don't, kind of dislike them. There is something. Regina says, why? Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I can't really put my finger on why. Janice says, Byron Allen certainly told the truth. I was surprised they didn't cut into his speech. Well, they're not going to cut into Byron Allen's speech because he's Byron Allen. Like, he own it. He's the man. Byron Allen own a lot of stuff that we don't know that he own. He owned the Griot. He owned the Weather Channel. He owned, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these different, his footprint in media is vast. So they're definitely not going to cut what Byron Allen won't cut. But, no, Mary, it's not because he's bald-headed. Because I didn't like him. I didn't even know he was wearing a wig all that time. I didn't like him then. He hasn't invited you to watch him put it down. Steve Harvey and Aaron Hall sexually assaulted me. Steve Harvey did it. If Steve Harvey was hanging out with Aaron Hall, period. It's over. You pair Aaron Hall with anybody, they guilty, in my opinion. But no, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it because he fired his entire Chicago staff when he moved the show to LA, even if they wanted to pay for relocation. That ain't why. That does sound terrible. I think that's a part of why. I've always had the feeling, even, before he was doing the Apollo. Now, I don't know if y'all remember when Comedy Central, which I think they were just called the Comedy Channel. I could be wrong on that. But they used to play just clips of stand-up. And it wasn't all day. I think they had shows. But for good portions of the day, they would just play clips of stand-up comedy. Some of it would be like really old stand-up comedy, and you would see some old legends and, of course, some old people that I didn't know who they was because I ain't never really been that much into Caucasian comedians because their humor don't hit the same way for me. But I got exposed to a lot of them watching what is now Comedy Central. I think it was the Comedy Channel at the time. And they would play old Steve Harvey clips or some Steve Harvey clips. And I never thought he was funny. And he always came off to me. Even watching the clips that they would play. I don't know how old they were. But even watching the clips that they would play, I would be like, he always seemed to have a bad attitude to me. And in my mind, I always picture off stage, he's probably got a terrible attitude. Now, again, that could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong about that. He could be the sweetest dude off stage. Everybody could be lying about him. But I've always felt that way about him. And I never really cared for him. So I think that might be what the issue was or is. Pamela says, speaking about the Griot Awards, it was refreshing to see an award show with black folk and it wasn't ratchetness. Very true. Very true. Again, I saw portions of it. I didn't get to, the reason I'm going to get into why I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. Because I know why if it was on Saturday. It had to be on Saturday because wasn't watching no TV yesterday. But as I tuned in the portions that I saw, yeah, it was, some people would say, a classy event. it wasn't no whole lot of, booty shaking and, just nastiness. It wasn't no whole lot of, and some of this sound like respectability, politics, and all that stuff. But I don't have a problem with that in the right context. In the right context. It seemed like the way black people act, the black people that I know, this is the way they act on a regular basis. They're respectful. They're classy. I mean, even if, like me, I know they're classy. But, I try to be respectful. I could put on some, put on airs. I could put on airs. Clap politely. Get up and two-step when somebody performing live and they not, doing basically a strip tease. So it was, like I said, the way I believe black people act. I think some of that other stuff has begun to seep into, I don't really want to get into it, but sometimes you go to an event that's supposed to be a nice, classy event that's majority black, a black event. I'm talking majority black and all that stuff. Like, I don't want to say black event. Black events happen. And sometimes I go to a nice, classy, now I will do air quotes for classy because that's all a matter of taste. But I'll go to a nice, classy black event and there'll be some person there acting all, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say ratchet. I kind of mean what people mean when they say ratchet, but acting brainwashed. That's what I'll say. Acting influenced. There'll be some people there acting influenced. And when I say acting influenced in this context, I'm talking about influenced by what they've been told black culture is by watching BET and things of that nature, by being involved in some of that programmed stuff. So sometimes I'll see people at these events acting influenced, but the overwhelming majority of people at the event, they acting like just normal black people, respectful and respectful, aware. So I agree. It was nice to see that. Now, I don't think that always has to be black tie, tuxedos and ball gowns. I mean, the Griot Awards was tuxedo ball gown type event. But I've been to events that ain't tuxedo ball gown events where black people are acting like black people, not like influenced people. Influenced black people who've been influenced that this is the way black people act when they not dressed up. So yes, I agree, Pamela. It was refreshing. Are the Grill Wars on any of the streaming apps to go back and watch? I would imagine you could probably watch it on the Grill. That would be my guess. My guess would be you could find it on the Grill or just type in the Grill Awards. And somebody also told me the Soul Train Awards was last night. And I didn't even know that they were still doing the Soul Train Awards. But somebody told me the Soul Train Awards were last night. Janice talking about them potentially cutting part of Byron's speech. She says, I know, but it was on national TV. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And I imagine Byron said, keep that in. So they kept it in. What did he say? You said he told like the whole truth. What did he say that was surprising to you? Brent talking about Steve Harvey because he told Monique to sell out her morals and principles for a paycheck. Yeah, I already didn't like him by then. That just reinforced it. Daryl says, my wife's cousin was on Steve Harvey's staff in Chicago, and she says Steve was horrible to his staff. And in my mind, that's always the way that I've pictured him. That's always the way I've pictured him. Anthony says he has his funny moments. He's okay as a host or in group tour. All right. I mean, I've chuckled at, a few things he's done. I've chuckled at a few things he's done. I don't think he's funny. Sierra says he's kind of a diva. That's the way I've always imagined or pictured him. So I'm guessing Aaron Hall was in the audience. They did not pan over to the guy that was effing all the women. No, they did not. They did not. Jeannie says, you mean like all of our award shows used to be? Yeah. 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 Someone replying to Jeannie, BET isn't black owned anymore. So what does that tell you? The Griot is black owned by Byron Allen. Janet says, I did notice one thing. A lot of black guys who process blackness have white wives. No shade, just an observation. Okay. I've kind of noticed that too. A part of me blames black women for that, though. A part of me blames black women for that. I might get into it. I don't want to get into it, but I might get into it. Let's see. Brenda says, yep, Soul Train Awards. And someone told me that the Soul Train Awards wasn't good. Like they said, and I'll have to go and watch it. I believe them because they got no reason to lie to me. They said, you know how, people do these events in a theater, nice lighting, nice everything. They said the Soul Train Awards, maybe they were just trying to do something different. But they weren't like at a theater. They said looked like they had rented a mansion and they just did the awards in the backyard. Said it looked like the Soul Train Awards rented a mansion and they just did the awards in the backyard of a mansion. And, this particular person was kind of turned off by that. I said, I'll have to go and look. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a clip.
The thing is, a whole lot of
No,
niggas
Aaron.
right about
No.
taking girls
No.
out
Stop.
to shop.
Stop.
Taking girls to
No, I don't want to hear Aaron. No more Aaron. Woo! I couldn't get that off of there. Oh, boy. He was about to say some more terrible stuff. Oh. Soul Train Awards 2023. Interesting. It does kind of look like, hold on, I guess I'll put this up. I'm on YouTube again.
There's one thing you need to do before buying.
I don't want to hear you. Skip that. Go full screen. And this is apparently the Soul Train Awards from last night, at least a clip of the Soul Train Awards. And it do look like they just in somebody's backyard.
No, I'm not the same. I think I need change. See something not the same. I used to walk into the room, head down. I don't walk now. I float on my blood on this cup. They hanging on to that goose down.
Show me a wide shot.
I don't step, I don't walk, I don't dance, I just flow. Flow.
All right. All right. She just float. I'm looking at it. It does kind of look like it's in somebody's backyard. I'm trying to see a wide shot. Yeah, they just in somebody's backyard. I don't know that I like that. Maybe it'll grow on me. I'll try to check it out. Pat says I haven't watched Soul Train Awards. I recorded it. I completely botched that. I recorded the Soul Train Awards. I have not watched it yet. All right. Sierra says, huh? You definitely need to get into it. You can't just say that and move on. Rachel says, if you blaming, sisters, please explain. You get into it. What do you mean? Oh boy. Your man about to get jumped on the chat. I'll explain it. It's really not that difficult a concept. Of course, the idea. Now, it's not every successful black man who processes, as Janice would say, processes blackness. But again, you got to look at what they got to choose from. And let's factor into that some of the weaknesses that are inherent in men. All right? As men, a lot of men, not all, because of course I'm not talking about all women. As men, a lot of men prefer younger women. That just is I don't want to go into a whole Kevin Samuels thing, but it's true. A lot of men, especially successful men, prefer younger women. And if you look at the influence that whoever is having on a lot of these young women, how do I say it? You just say it. A lot of these young women out here, they not worth it. They not worth the time and the hassle that they think they worth. I'm just being honest. A lot of them are not worth the time and the hassle, the time and the hassle that they think they're worth. Speaking in particular about younger women, but also other women, right? And so if I'm an exceptionally successful person out here, black man in particular, looking for a younger woman to be oh, I see you, Sierra. I'm gonna respond to that because there is a response to that. But to be cooperative, to get on my page, to be feminine, to, you know what I'm saying, keep herself attractive and do all the things that I need her to do. I'm not saying that there ain't no black women out there, because a lot of successful black men find that same thing in black women. But I think there's enough to where women have also been brainwashed. Some women, again, I'm not talking about all women, but some women have been brainwashed to believe that you have to be a certain level of hardness. And it's the men. If the men would step up, we wouldn't act like. That's not necessarily true. It's just not. I'm getting calls off air. But that's not necessarily true. And again, I'm not talking about all black women. I'm not even necessarily talking about most black women, but I'm talking about there are some black women. And again, if I'm out there in this successful space looking for somebody to me, I would find a black woman. I would be single till I found my black woman. But there's some dudes like, I ain't got time to be waiting for the right one to come around who know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Who's actually in touch with her feminine side. Not pseudo feminine side, but like you look at her, you look at the way she walk, you listen to the way she talk, you like, that's feminine. She's a woman. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about as a part of it. So in my mind, I just imagine it being difficult, especially in that space. See, we ain't talking about walking down, downtown Cincinnati. We ain't talking about kicking it in Oakley. I'm talking about moving in the space that some of these celebrities move in. Dealing with the people that they deal with. I'm going to use Byron Allen. I don't know who he is in terms of whether or not he got a black wife, white wife. I don't follow him that much. But I imagine Byron Allen, this media mogul, he's moving at a different level and he's interacting with a lot of white women and some black women and maybe some Asian women. And there was a certain something that he was looking for that apparently he wasn't probably finding in black women in the space that he moves in. So again, I'm not saying that they don't exist. They exist. Some of these successful dudes got them. They not, hand on hip, neck, all of that stuff. But I'm just telling you, look, and y'all think it ain't just the successful dudes. It ain't just the successful dudes. Like average dudes also have a problem finding feminine women. I really don't know that a lot of them. I'm going to get to Sierra, relax. I'm going to get to because I know you about to have I'm going to get to your point. I promise I will. But even average dudes have a problem finding feminine women. Black women. Because I don't think that is that, what is the word I'm looking for? Prized amongst women in our culture. Being like feminine is prized to be strong and assertive. And somehow, I don't know that a lot of women have figured out the balance between strong and assertive and feminine. And no, Brent, I'm not talking trophy. I'm just talking feminine. Just feminine. Again, I'm not saying it ain't no feminine women out there. I'm not saying ain't no feminine women out there. Sisters. Because some of y'all are. But a lot of y'all ain't. And if you out there looking for a feminine woman, now again, if it's me, I want to think, I'm not taking a not feminine woman. I'm not. I did the strong assertive type before. I ain't like it because I like femininity. I like femininity. Oh, she was too strong. You couldn't handle it. I handled it just fine. I just got tired of it. I shouldn't have to handle my wife, my girlfriend, my significant other. I shouldn't have to handle it. And that's, everybody nobody want to have to deal with all of that all the time. But Sierra says, well, a lot of guys ain't, you can say same thing about guys. Yeah. Yes. My guess is that's why a lot of y'all single. By y'all, I'm talking specifically about y'all watching this right now. That's why a lot of y'all single, because y'all don't want to deal with that BS. And a lot of times, ain't no, white dudes ain't pushing up on you like that. Or you ain't into white dudes. Or, Latino, Asian brothers, whatever. You single for the same reason that some of these dudes is getting with white chicks. Now, I can't necessarily speak to what it is that women is looking for. You know what I'm saying? To be like, well, this is the deficiency. If you tell me what you're looking for, I'll probably be like, yep, that's a deficiency in a lot of these black men. Yep, you're right. I wouldn't be mad about it. Well, why the black man don't handle their business? Yep, you're right. So a whole lot of black men don't handle their business. I'm not going to get mad at the truth. These black men don't even take care of their kids. You're right. It's a lot of black men don't take care of their kids. You're right. See, I'm not mad about it. It's true. It's true. But somebody tell black women y'all need to work on y'all femininity. Oh, y'all get mad. Like, why get mad? Look at yourself. You take an assessment of yourself. Do I exude femininity? If you doing this while you figuring it out, probably not. Who is he to tell me I'm not feminine? You might not be feminine. So I'm not, I'm not putting it all on black women. Some of it. Janice says, this is a history lesson moment. How do these things begin? I'm going to say at this point, it almost don't matter, but I'll get back to that. Unfortunately, most black men did not hold up their end. So unfortunately, a lot of black women had to fend for themselves. They had to be strong. I agree with you, but that don't matter right now. That don't matter right now. You had to be strong. Say you went out and you made some bad decisions. I'm calling them bad decisions. And you got, 3-4 baby daddies, whatever. They didn't take care of their kids, whatever. And you had to be strong. You had to go out and work, and you had to take care of everything. And you had to do this, and you had to do that. But then the right man with the right attitude, the right resources, the right everything comes up and steps in to do what he can do to help. And he has everything that you want and need. At that point, it don't matter if in the 60s, in the 50s, in the 30s, in the 20s, in the 80s, he's here now. You might not even know what femininity is. And he want a feminine woman. The sad thing is you don't even know what it is. You can't see what he likes in these other people. You can't see that you're not projecting that same thing. You have it. You just don't know how to work it. Like, it's invisible to you. You have that skill, that ability, that thing, and it's invisible to you, so you don't know how to turn off one and turn on the other. What's he supposed to do with that? Just deal with it? Because back in the day? No, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to be with you. But back in the day? What about right now? Right now, baby. You can't turn it off. Guess what? He'll go find somebody who don't have to turn it on. They already got it on. And that's just the average dude. Now you get that dude $5 million. Why do he even have to try to convince you to turn it on? She ain't got it. I ain't talking to her. She ain't got it. I ain't talking to her. Nope, ain't talking to her. Okay, she got it. Let me talk to her. That's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. And femininity is not. I heard Wyatt talking about this earlier today. Why are we on this? How did we even get here? Femininity is not Brazilian butt lifts and eyelashes and baby hair and, you know, all that nonsense. That's not femininity. That's not femininity. I honestly think a lot of women really believe that that's what femininity is. But that's not femininity. Quintano says, a lot of relationships are products of proximity. Very true. And that's why I say in the area that Byron Allen is moving in, how many black women is he actually coming into contact with to be able to develop a relationship? And then how many of those black women are feminine and whatever else it is that he's looking for? You got to take all of that into consideration. That's why you see some of them with black women, some of them not so much. Davis Denise, hold on, I want to take these in order because it's important. It's important. Davis Denise says, white men and Indian men, willing and ready. I suggest black women wake up and date out. I suggest that same thing. I know there are people who get upset about that, but I suggest the same thing. Because what I found with the few white friends that I have who have crossed over and dated black women, most of them didn't stay there. They were willing to date black women. Someone was willing to hit. Someone was willing to date. And they wanted to date seriously. But some of them found out, like, there is an issue with some of this stuff that I'm talking about. And they quickly went back. They quickly went back. So what I would say, because I know some women who've dated white men as well. And outside of the cultural differences and all of that kind of stuff, you can get, you can kind of get past that. But they found that white men also have a high level of expectation. Unless they, and I hate this word, unless they found just some simp. But a lot of the black women that I know found that these people, these white men, I don't know no Indian brothers that dated sisters or nothing like that. Sorry. I don't know them. I'm not saying they don't exist. But they found out it was a certain something that they were looking for that they wasn't getting as well. So my suggestion is, yes, go date white men if that's what you want to do. Date out. And here's what that'll do, potentially. It'll help you see that it ain't just black men. Some of the stuff y'all learning and ingesting is just bad, and men don't like it. Just men in general don't like it. And so you're like, black men don't like us. They don't like us. You'd be like, but let me go date a white man. And then you find out, oh, white men don't like that either. So maybe it's not the race of the man. Like, it ain't black men's fault. It's maybe I could work on me. Because if white men, black men, Indian men, Asian men is like, nah, you're a little too hard. Maybe that's something to look at. Like, maybe I'll consider, am I just too hard? But I got my eyelashes on. I'm super made up. I got on really tight and or revealing clothes maybe. I got my ass done. My baby hairs is all weirdly shaped. They gonna like me. This is feminine. No, it's not. So yeah, I'm with you. Date out. Because I believe when you date out, sometimes you find out, like, it might be me. It might be me. And then Davis Denise follows that up with, black men are telling us in large groups we not attracted to you. No, they telling you in large groups. And I guess you could take it that way. I'm where I am in terms of who I am. Because I believe it or not, I listen to people. I do. I listen to people. And people say, I choose what to accept and I choose what to reject. People have said, Emanuel, if you want to do so-and-so and so, you got to do so-and-so and so. And so I had to look at me and say, okay, first, do I want to do so-and-so? Yes. All right. Now, they said if I want to do so-and-so, then I need to be so-and-so. Is that who I am? No, that's not who I am. What do I need to change about me to be that, if that's what I want to do? And then I have to decide, I'm willing to change that, or I'm not willing to change to become that. So if that's what it takes to be that, then maybe that ain't for me. But if so, I look at it and I'm like, okay, so these are the things that I need to change. Well, let me work on changing that. I ain't talking about working 5 years to change my attitude. Because to me, that's just a decision. To me, that's just a decision. I'm working on my attitude. No, you ain't. You got the same attitude. You done decided that is your attitude. You working on trying to cover up your attitude without actually changing it. That's my perception. And so I would say to some of the sisters, you look at what you want and you say, which again, this go back to something. Hold on, who said that? Somebody said something. Hold on, go to the end. Jeannie. I agree with you, Jeannie, because it is a lot. She said this conversation is more of a chat room conversation, a lot to unpack. I agree. But you have to look at what you want, right? And if you believe that black men are telling black women that they're not attracted to them, I think you're hearing the wrong message. We're not attracted, not we. They may not be attracted to the current iteration of what it is that you've decided a black woman should be. If that make any sense. If you done decided a black woman is boss, a black woman is running stuff, a black woman is in charge, a black woman don't take no stuff, a black woman, she tell her man what to do, and a black woman, then that's what they're not attracted to. It's not the black woman. It's whatever this image of a black woman is that you have in your head, that you done made up your mind, this is who I'm going to be. Maybe that's what they're not attracted to. Maybe. Sierra asked a question. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. You keep saying what femininity isn't, but you haven't said what you believe it is. It is difficult to put into words. Because it doesn't look the exact same on everyone, okay? It doesn't. Like, you can be strong and feminine, but what does femininity look like? I would say a part of it, because I want to say it would be impossible for me to determine exactly what femininity is on everyone. But I would say, if you hard to deal with, if you got to have your way, you got to be in charge. And I think I can, maybe tell you more of what it's not. But because to me, it should be natural. It should be natural. You a woman. Let that natural womanness. Oh, I don't want to say this. This is going to sound bad. And I know some of them haters out there will take it and use it against me. Some of these trans people have figured out how to be more feminine than some of y'all women. I know that sounds wild and crazy, but they have figured out how to be more feminine than some of y'all women. Because y'all trying to be so hard. It's almost like some reversal stuff. Like they're trying to be feminine. Because this ain't good. I'm going to get canceled. If this is my last show, I love y'all. I really do. But I have to tell the truth as I see it. They are trying their hardest to be a woman. So they're trying to do what they know a woman should do. They can't do it because they're not women. But they trying with all they might. And some of y'all women are fighting all y'all instincts to prove how strong y'all are. And y'all ain't even just rolling with the natural instinct to be feminine. And I know some of y'all, I knew the haters would. I'm not saying that the trans people are feminine. I can put it best like this. You ever wanted an apple, but you didn't have an apple in the refrigerator or on the counter or wherever you keep your apples? But somebody say, I got some apple juice. You really want an apple? You'll take the apple juice. It's somewhat of it don't hit the spot though. So even though you drank the apple juice, you still want an apple. Apple juice does not take the place of the apple. If that's what you want, it don't take the place of it. Some of these trans people, they're apple juice. They trying with all of their might to be what you are naturally. With all of their might. They trying to move like you supposed to move. They trying to talk like you supposed to talk. They trying to act like you supposed to act. They can't do it. But they trying. When what you are what they trying to be, why can't y'all just move in what you are? I don't know. I don't know how to make it like plain. I really don't. But it's like the real women, some of them, the real women are rejecting their actual femininity. And you want to say, I mean, you don't want to, but you want to say, how can you let him be more feminine than you? Y'all sitting back, I wonder, what is femininity? What is femininity? What is femininity? Again, femininity don't look the same on everybody. But it's your natural state. You ain't the boss. I don't need you to be a boss chick. Take off the boss part. Just be a chick. Be a woman. Oh, this sounds crazy. I know. It do. It sounds crazy. I know it do. And then you get all the excuses. You get all the excuses. I think some women are perceived as hard by some men because we've had to be strong because we know ain't nobody coming to save us or rescue us. So our strength is mistaken as being hard. No! I don't know. Look, I don't know how to make it plain. I don't know how to make it plain. More excuse making. I think you're forgetting that the perceived hardness is a result of a deficit in masculinity. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can, because I got something going on. Something happened with my audio settings. Oh, come on. CK?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
I'm doing all right, CK. Hold on a second.
Man,
Before, hold on.
Yes,
Before,
sir. Go ahead.
Sierra says, I'm forgetting that the perceived hardness is a result in of a deficit in masculinity. I think, though, you're looking at that wrong. If I'm understanding what you're saying, I think you're looking at it wrong. I think you're talking about the reason why women seem like they're hard is because men are not as masculine as they should be. When I would argue, Sierra, that the reason why women maybe seem or perceived hardness is because they're too masculine. There needs to be a deficit in masculinity on your side. See, being strong and masculine are not the same. And I don't know how y'all gonna figure it out, but I'm strong doesn't have to come off as I'm masculine. Those aren't the same energies. Strength is not necessarily masculine. And once y'all figured that out, I think that'd be somewhere. But CK.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. I don't know how I got here, CK.
Oh, I do. I was following it since Aaron Hall said, "Come to my house and watch me have sex."
Okay.
I was like, he ain't. I was like, who said that? But I kind of knew because only one person even said that in the interview. So it was kind of, when you said, I said, "Yep, that's him." He said, Luke, when he met Aaron Hall, he said, "Yeah, R. Kelly freakier than you." He said, "Yeah, nah, he ain't freakier than me. You see that woman right there?" And just licked her butt right in front of Luke on camera. That's what Aaron Hall did. The woman that's suing the Valdez girl.
Okay.
He said, "Hey, that's what he said."
I believe you.
Yep, that's how he talks, man. He off the chain. But what that Thanksgiving was in like, man?
Thanksgiving was good. I went over my aunt's house, and it was I had a good time. The kids, the family, everybody was there. This is on my wife's side. Went over and had a good time. I always like picking with the young ones.
Right.
Making them think, making them use that brain. So I always like doing that. I ain't gonna talk about her 8-track player because she warned me that if I talked about the 8-track player that she was gonna get me. So I'm not gonna talk about that. But no, I did. I enjoyed myself. I had a great Thanksgiving. And then when we left there, me and Mrs. Livingston came home and we watched movies. So can't beat that.
So you ate the mac and cheese and the mashed potatoes and gravy and the green beans?
Wasn't no mashed potatoes and gravy.
Thank you. I ain't getting none neither. So we ain't on that. What now? I want to ask you: is the leftovers gone, or you still got some more?
I just finished the leftovers. What's today? Today is Monday. I finished the leftovers yesterday.
Yup. That's where we at now. Remember when we was kids? That thing used to last till Christmas. Now it don't even last past the weekend.
Well, I don't know. If you had leftovers till Christmas, they was probably bad. Y'all had food poisoning.
Oh, it didn't seem like it lasted longer back in the day when we were rich.
Maybe. I don't know. But if it lasted till Christmas, y'all had issues. Bacteria.
Yeah,
all that.
know. It's just, man, look, like you said, this is it. Monday is the final day. People throwing it out. It don't matter if you're starving. People don't care if you're starving or nothing. They throwing food away.
The people are, and let me say this. I heard Raven Mundy and Terrence Howard earlier today talking about, this, throw out that food. Look, freeze that food. That is some first world mentality stuff. Like if you got some perfectly good food and you're like, I'm tired, freeze it. Freeze that food and, once a week, pull out some whatever. Don't throw away perfectly good food because it's been there too long. Freeze it. Make it last longer.
That's perfect. Like you said, first world order stuff?
Yeah, that's first world problems. Yes.
Yeah. Because like you said, we don't even care if we need it now. We would throw out food knowing we ain't got no money. Just because, like, man, that's old. People will do that. Yeah, man, I had that. But like you said, we finished it off. I still got some more.
All right.
But like you said, it's about to end. It's about to end today. And I got the taste buds for something else.
Look, if I still had some, that would be what I would eat for dinner tonight.
Every day since Thursday, you've been eating turkey.
Every day since Thursday, I've been eating my sides. The turkey is gone, but I've been eating them sides. You know, all you do is, you cook some chicken or, whatever you want to go with it. And you eat the meat, but you got all the sides. And I've just finished off the dessert last night. So, yeah, I had almost a full Thanksgiving meal Friday afternoon for lunch, then Friday night for dinner, then Saturday afternoon for lunch, Saturday night for dinner, Sunday afternoon for lunch, and then Sunday for dinner. Wrapped it up. I was good. All you need to do was make a meat and sides. I took a couple plates home. Yeah.
Yeah, because the first day order, they ain't going to Saturday. It's the Friday, that's it. Saturday going to be it. They going to either cook a whole new meal Sunday.
Bro, if I had some more, I should have took more. If I had more, that's what I would be eating tonight, and I wouldn't have no problem with it.
That's good living. Now I wanted to holler at you about this, what you're talking about, them women being too masculine.
All right.
Yeah, and it's on both sides. The men didn't turn feminine. Whole bunch of fruit booties walking around now.
I don't know that I like that.
I think it had a natural effect.
Well,
so if you got the men turning gay, you're going to have the women acting harder like, damn. But I think feminine is, okay, you do the cooking, I'll take out the garbage, I'll fix anything need to be fixed around the house, I get the money. You know what I mean?
But I'm not even necessarily talking about gender roles. I'm talking about just the natural femininity. Like, because people are saying stuff like, well, women gonna be submissive and blah, blah, blah. But if you walk around all hard, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how submissive you are if you hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you hard. You be as submissive as you want. That just almost feel like to me, like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do. I don't want to do. I want a woman. A woman.
Right. It's like you said, you want a real feminine woman, but like you said, it's so the change and reversible roles is just so bad nowadays. It's like we lost our identity. So and when you said proximity, I think the proximity has changed with the with the internet.
Hold on, when I said what?
The proximity, when you're talking about the rich guy dating Byron Allen.
Yes.
So I think when you got him, I don't think he has to date in his proximity. He could, if you got that kind of paper, he could date the whole world because he's on the internet. So he can get it. Well, he could look up a girl on Instagram in California, fly her out. He got the bread.
But who wanted? And it just sounds wild to me. Maybe because I don't run in that circle and do stuff like that. I don't know that I want to. Maybe just the way you saying it. I don't want a chick that I can look up on Instagram and fly out. That's not somebody that I think I want to spend the rest of my life with. Because if I'm looking you up on the internet and because I got money, I'm flying you out. Somebody else with money is looking you up on the internet and flying you out too.
Yeah, but it's the new world order, like you said. Now you meeting people. That's how you meet people. See, some people are so busy they don't really get to get out and, you know what I'm saying, get that. But that girl slide in your DM looking like $1 million, you know what I mean? Then you might bite. You know what I mean? All the women you got to like one, even if it's on the internet. Y'all get to talking and FaceTiming, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Late night on the FaceTime, it's different now.
It is different now. It is.
Yeah, so I feel that the feminine, like you said, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the soft compassion, the woman that's gonna be there for you, but it's just we gotta step up too, because we active. Man, you see how the men is wearing nail polish. They wearing eyelash. They wearing what the women wear.
I'm not disagreeing with you, CK. And I think that's the difference, at least for a lot of times, that's the difference what I perceive in men and women. Of course, it's not across the board, but if you say to me, like you just said, men need to step up and do a better job, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not mad at that. That don't, you know what I'm saying, offend me. I'm like, that's true. But if you tell women need to step up, what you mean we need to step up? Wait a minute, the problem is the men. If the men were that and that, like, no. Step up.
Yeah, man, we are, we held accountable. Women don't have to be held accountable. They can switch up on a dime. As a man, you have to be, it's more on the man because you more held accountable more than a woman. They understand, even if you mess up as a woman, but as a man, you just a sorry ass N-word. You know what I mean? But if you're a deadbeat mama, they don't really call you a deadbeat mama. Well, she's just having a little issues, the postpartum. But let you not take care of that baby, you a man. You everything but the wrath of God. See what I'm saying? So,
yes, and I'm with that. If you're not taking care of your child and you a man, you are everything. But whatever.
Yeah,
so I'm with that.
But a woman,
yes.
they can understand that. They understand where she's going through postpartum depression and they get excused. They not held accountable. That's what I'm saying. A man, like you just said, they a deadbeat. You not necessarily going to call a woman a deadbeat.
All right.
If a man takes some vagina, you'll say, man, you need to cut his thing off. If a woman take advantage of a little boy or something, you never hear people say, well, they need to stab her in the ass with a knife. But if a woman says cut the man thing off or anybody, they're gonna get applauded for that.
Okay.
That's how it goes. It's the accountability. So as women, they could be like they said, they could shun us and go to the white guys, and it's not no thing. But if we do it, hey, every time a black man gets some money, he go to the white one. But you notice they don't have the same attitude when black women go to white guys. Like, you go, girl. You doing your thing. You get that vanilla. You're not gonna hear encouragement from black men going with white women.
I don't know that that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think I've heard black men encourage dating outside of the race.
Yeah, and they get shunned.
No.
You would get shunned. If
No,
you
not
get on here.
Not by black men. Like, if you told me you was married to a white woman, I wouldn't be like, don't call my show no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you're a sellout, whatever. I don't think that's true.
So you think it's equal?
Yes.
I got to disagree with you that because they definitely support each other. You don't hear a lot of black men supporting other black men for going with white women, but you hear a lot of black women. This is a fact. You hear a lot of black women support black women for going with white men. You don't never hear black guys like, yeah, we need to go with the white women. And if he does, he's going to get shunned.
No, I think you do hear that. I hear that. I hear a lot. There's actually a movement now called the Passport Bros, where they go overseas to find women. They ain't necessarily worried about the race, even though a lot of times they don't end up being black women, but they're going to find women that aren't raised in Western culture. And
those guys are shunned. Hold on.
They are not shunned.
My point.
Who are they shunned by?
Hold on. They just got the internet demonetized for talking that. They just got demonetized for saying what you're saying.
I don't know that that's true.
Point.
I don't know that that's true.
That is true. It just happened 3 weeks ago. I'm saying the women are outraged. Women are like, oh, yeah, that's good. They be like, they don't like black women. And when they get black women on their show, they try to make fun of them. That's not a black woman-friendly show. They don't like black women on that show. You just proved my point.
No, I don't know that that's true. There are a lot of people. You may be talking about a specific channel or something like that. But the idea of men, black men in particular, dating outside of their race, I hear it a lot. I see it a lot. I don't have a problem with it. And I would encourage, well, okay, I don't know that I would encourage it, but I wouldn't discourage it one way or the other. So I don't shun them. I don't have an issue with it. If you a black man and you fall in love with a white woman, that's who you fell in love with. If you're a black woman and you fall in love with a white man and you can convince him to marry you, then I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, well, if I had a white wife, I'm going to cheat on her with black women.
That's horrible. You shouldn't cheat on anybody when you marry.
No,
Don't
no.
marry
If
her.
I'm married to her.
Don't
Listen.
don't marry her.
I'm gonna tell her too. Listen
Oh,
here,
my
baby.
goodness.
I'm listen. You're gonna be the only white woman I'm gonna be with.
Oh my
But I
goodness.
love my sisters. It's
Then
in my
don't
DNA.
then don't marry the white woman.
She got, hey, if I'm marrying that white ass, she got some bread. She got some bread, so she done got me. Look here, baby. I got to get with my sister.
That is horrible. That is horrible. Don't marry the white woman.
Ain't nothing wrong with cheating on your white wife. Do you remember Mandingo?
I
see
never
what they
met
did to us?
I never met Mandingo. Look, listen to what I'm saying. Don't get married if unless like if you and her have that conversation, because if you are down with having multiple people and outside people, what is it called? I can't think of what it's called, but what I'm saying, I want to call it swinger.
Open relationship? Yeah, swinger.
There's an actual word for it. Amorous, something polyamorous. If you are
Right.
down with being with polyamory, that's cool. Have that conversation in the beginning, and then you do whatever you want to do, I guess. But don't trick nobody into believing. But I guess that's what you said you was gonna do. You said you was gonna tell that white woman, I'm gonna cheat on you, and if she all right with it, then I guess do what you do. But just be honest. Be honest
Yep.
and upfront. You can never go wrong. Well, I don't want to say never, but you can't really go wrong if you honest upfront.
Yep. Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's great talking to you. I'm glad you had a great Thanksgiving, man.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm gonna finish listening to your show, brother. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, it's just about over. You don't have much left to listen to because I got to get out of here. I don't know how necessarily we got on this stuff. I didn't want to talk about this. I've been uncomfortable talking about it the entire time. And it makes me uncomfortable. Look, here's why it makes me uncomfortable. I got a feminine wife. She know how to be feminine. She's strong. She's independent. Like if something happened to me, she ain't gonna have no problem. She gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? She know what she doing. She's strong. Like I said, she's independent. She can do whatever it is that she want to do. She chooses to be a feminine, strong woman. It's not impossible. So, I'm not here to convince y'all to change who y'all are. But man, if you want to move differently, and because it was brought up with regard to women, if you want to move differently, I don't understand women who don't know what it means to be feminine. I just don't understand that. Oh. Twin,
What's up, E, man?
how you doing, sir?
Let me get some of that leftovers, man.
They gone.
You said you freeze them and everything. See how you be lying?
That is not what I said. You don't be listening.
What
You
you say?
You are horrible at, don't nobody take Twin's word for anything like factual. If you on Jeopardy or what's the one where you got to phone a friend? If you on Who Want to Be a Millionaire, do not make Twin your phone a friend. His facts are jacked up. I said what I said, Twin, was people
I know
talking
what you
about
said, man.
throwing their food away. Just freeze it. Mine gone.
Yeah, I know what you said. Mine ain't gone, you see, man. I still got crab legs and all that. Dressing, macaroni. And it's good to put a little water in that little crock pot or whatever on the stove and stuff and heat it up that way in the oven.
Bro, how many
Don't too
times you
much
done cooked them crabs?
Nah, them crabs gone. I mean, I probably got about a couple, but I don't think I'm eating. I'm going to throw those.
And you just put them in a crock pot, put some water in them. You done cooked them crabs about 6 times.
Once, man. I think I ate them on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I probably cooked them twice, if I'm not mistaken. I think, if I'm not. I still got some more. You think they some good?
Bro, you cooked them on Thursday, right?
Yeah,
And then you ate them again on Friday, right?
and Saturday.
So you cooked them again on Friday.
Only thing you do it is touching up what you seen in hot water, though.
Right. So you cooked them again on Friday, and then you cooked them
Yeah.
again on Saturday. And now you
Yeah,
about
I
to
had
cook
too
them
many,
again tonight.
I was thinking about, I'll probably throw them away, though, man.
Didn't we just talk about freezing them?
I don't want them in everything. That's my stepson might take them. Other than that, I ain't gonna eat those jokes. I'm eat that dressing and macaroni I made. And that
Okay.
lasagna. I froze that lasagna and everything. But I don't know what's CK on, man. He looking for a come up or something, a Kruger or something.
Who?
CK.
What you mean?
Listening to him a little. I'm saying I was listening to him a little while ago. He had my mind kind of off a little bit. The stuff he was saying. He must be looking for a come up or something.
Why you say that?
Because the way he was sounding and everything, man. He come out from here, go to white. He'll be married to the white girl, but he'll still mess with the sister. What's the purpose of you getting married? Just say you want to pimp her and say you need the money or whatever. But you got money. He wasn't making no sense to me, man.
Well, that's really kind of what he said. He said if he marrying a white woman, it's because she rich. And, you know, he gonna marry a rich white woman and gonna cheat on her. In reality, it don't work that way. If he marry a white woman, she gonna be a short, fat, sloppy, poor white woman out of a trailer park or something like that. But it's a nice thought to be like, oh, if I marry a white woman, she gonna be rich. Like you ain't pulling no rich white woman.
And she rich and all that. He gonna be on first 48. Well, she gonna be first 48. The moment he say he leave her and he took her money, that white girl gonna kill his ass. That's what's gonna happen. You ain't gonna leave no rich woman think you gonna get over or do you like OJ did Nicole. That's what's gonna happen to him. Hey, you talk about the boy earlier, Aaron. That man crazy. You probably go there and watch some stuff like too, Emanuel Livingston.
No, why would I go watch that?
You
That sounds like something you would do.
No, I wouldn't do that. What I look like watching somebody like that. That's
You
crazy,
you would be in there talking about, oh, he riding that monkey. Oh, he riding that monkey. Yeah, that'd be you.
I've been around stuff like that. But other than that, I wouldn't do no crazy stuff like that. What turned me on, man, it's stupid. And then just like today's society, man, what gets me, man, them guys, man. You can't say them girls turn these guys out. These guys out here strong and everything like the women today, man. It's so messed up with the nails and everything. I've seen a couple of guys I went to school with at the reunion last year in Chicago.
Yeah.
And they had some little stupid strap-on purses and stuff like a bra. And I said, ain't that such and such? And I was like, yeah, you remember him? Yeah, I said, yeah. He was cool, gangster and everything. I remember, he got a bunch of bodies on him. I said, he like that now? Yeah, I said, man, this world cold. And they had some little nails and manual and all that, man. I said, no, I don't even want no part. I'm gonna make sure I have my face so they can't say, what's up to you and none of that. I don't want no part of you, homie. Hold on.
I want to make sure I understand. I want to make sure I understand what you just said.
What?
So you said you went to your high school reunion, and
Yeah, it's like the hood reunion.
Okay.
The area I grew up in.
and there was a guy that used to be a gangbanger, or I'm sorry, he was deep in the organization, and he had maybe murdered a few people, and when you ran up on him, he was like really effeminate.
Man, he had the purse and everything. Then he had his little hair, what's they call that little thing, the wrap and stuff. He went and got long pretty hair, no homo, long pretty hair. And I was like, it was two of them I knew. So I'm like, ain't that such and such? They like, yeah.
So you met this, so you saw this dude, and you say he had long pretty hair, and you avoided him. You didn't even want to talk to him.
Man, the girl had to bring to my attention. You remember such and such? I don't know him. Man, the man did a whole 360, man. it ain't the person I knew when we grew up. The same hood guy and stuff. It wasn't the same person. So I got closer up, and I'm like, dang, that is him. And I said, what happened to him? I don't know if he went to jail or one of these girls turned off or something. I said, man, this world cold. And then a couple of guys, this dude I know, I went to church with, he was telling me, I said, hey, Satchel, hey, tell me the honest God truth, man. How many of them guys you did in? And he started naming everything. I said, you lying. So the man, in case he thought in case they want to saying did this and call me faggots and all that.
What?
I'm expose them to the.
What did you say?
What you said?
What did you
I
say?
said, dude said, just I'm expose them if they call me faggot and everything else. The guy was telling me, and then he was like, look at this. He showed me the pictures, man, of they tattoos and him got issues on them and everything. I'm like, man, these undercover down low Negroes, man. I said, I can't believe it. I said, I know one of these females do get down on these guys. It ain't the females that's making these guys. It's the guys themselves. Man, it's crazy. It's like they wear skinny jeans and all that. Man, you 350 pounds, 6'3". What you doing with the skinny jeans?
But,
and you sell dope out here, and the police get to you. You don't get caught because you ain't running them little skinny legs. Whatever you got on. Man.
Hold on. You lost me. But the bottom line is, now, was he just like effeminate, or did he like get an actual operation to change into one of the wannabe women?
You come out the first guy I was telling you about?
Yeah, the one you said had pretty hair.
Man, he was gangster, man. Back then, like he got some, what's that stuff you make your bumps go away? PT bump out, proactive stuff.
But hold on. Right, but I'm asking, was he just effeminate, like gay, or did he transition to a woman?
The man, no, he's still the same, but the man looks more feminine, man, than gangster, man.
Okay.
He don't look. You can tell he's been touched. Something really happened to him, man. It blew my mind because I remember he was saying, "What up, Joe? What up? Let's go over here, Joe. Let's go over here." All right, man, calm down, all right. But now I see you because I ain't seen him in so long. I see him like strange guy.
Oh.
And she's like, "Yeah, you remember?" I said, "I remember." So I got a plus eight. Dang, that is home and stuff. And it's just crazy how you ain't seen nobody on. Then they come around, and now they acting like steady, man.
Right.
A lot of down low people around here, man.
And so,
I see now.
Because you perceived that he was a gay, effeminate dude, you didn't even want to talk to him.
Man, you right. I don't condone none of that. To each his own, man. You wanna, let somebody slurp you up or monkey donkey, that's on you. But I don't condone that. I ain't got nothing to say. I pray for you. Other than that, man, I ain't got no, I don't want no parts of you, home. We can't talk about nothing. We can't even talk about doing the train on a girl, nothing. You loud as to me or something. I don't know.
Why would y'all be talking? Hold on. Was his name by any chance Aaron Hall? What do you mean we can't talk about running a train on nobody?
Man, not back in the day. That's why I used to do my own. Like,
Oh my goodness.
When I was shorty, man. When I was good and everything.
Hold on. How young are we talking about?
I was probably about 15, maybe.
Oh my God.
16.
Oh.
I was young.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying. But you ain't never had no train with your guy and everything.
No. I've never been a part of a train in any way, shape, or form.
I ain't talking about like you touching the guy. No, I'm talking about female.
I said in no way, shape, or form. I've never been first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth in a train on one woman. Ever. No.
You ain't never had two women in the bed with you.
Well, that's different. That's not the same thing. That is not the same thing.
I mean, you're right, but I'm just saying. You know how you get this girl when you have to and everything. Like, man, we got to run this train on short.
Oh my
Shoot,
God.
I mean, I
That's
want to
horrible.
know. Hey, I'm just trying to get my rocks off the stuff. Hey,
Oh my
all right, Shorty, see you on the next.
So you would be hanging out. We might have found you hanging out with Aaron Hall.
No, Aaron Hall on some goofy stuff, man.
This sound
He
like
up
the
there
same
trying to-
stuff you own.
No, I don't know what dude doing. He trying to railroad broad and stuff. Knock up.
What do you think
brains
you
loose.
doing if you running a? Oh, okay. Okay.
Man, I'm having fun.
All right.
I don't know what he was on something else. I don't know what he was on and stuff. I heard stories about him because I know his older brother. He the bishop, the prophet.
Oh.
So I know him.
Oh, Lord.
And they asked him about it. He said, my brother's
Oh,
something else. That's all he said. I'm going to pray for him.
Okay.
Hey, man, I think I said you the other day, man. I started to say something to you, but,
You
I was
didn't?
gone. Were you in Forest Park?
No.
Yeah, you was. You was in Forest Park. That was just short, but.
How you gonna ask me if I was somewhere and then I tell you I wasn't there and then you gonna tell me yeah you was? I was not in Forest Park.
Yeah. I ain't see you. It looked like I saw you Thursday, though, at Forest Park.
You didn't.
You probably don't remember.
I wasn't in Forest Park.
You probably been a black. Hey, don't get offended, man.
Yeah, I'm-
It looking like it.
You asked me was I in Forest Park. I told you I wasn't in Forest Park, and you told me yes you were. I was not in Forest Park. You did not see me in Forest Park. If I was in Forest Park, I'd have been like that might have been me. It wasn't me because I ain't been in Forest Park.
You don't know. You just don't want to tip. You probably.
You're right. I have no idea where I've been. You're right. You're right. How could I even think that I would know where I was?
All right, man. I hope you ever had a good Thanksgiving or whatever.
I did.
I'm trying to put your milk away and you distracted me, man.
Put the milk away. Is it what kind of milk is it?
Well, that's why you trying to be sarcastic and that
No.
you say something extra.
No,
I
I'm
know
just
you're gonna
asking.
ask
Is
that.
it
Yes, you is.
low fat milk? Is it zero fat milk? Is it 2%?
It's
Is
the
it
milk that come out the cows and stuff.
whole
Mixed
milk?
extra, right?
What kind of milk do you drink?
No, you on some goofy stuff, man. I ain't about to ask you a trick question. Them trick questions you be asking.
How
I know
is
how goofy
that?
you is.
How is that a trick question?
No, man, you gonna say something. If I ask, you probably say something goofy or something.
I would
man.
just
know
say, oh,
what you gonna say? Oh, is it vegan? Is it white? How does it come out and all that goofy
No,
stuff, man? I know how you be asking them little trick
oh
questions.
my
man.
goodness. I'm just asking, is it whole milk, 2% milk,
Man,
no
it's
fat
blue.
milk?
I'm gonna give you the colors. You go from there.
Oh.
It's blue label, green label, blue label. What else? Red label. Now pick one. Gallons and half gallons.
Well, which one is
Which
it?
one you want?
What?
Because you gonna say something.
I'm not.
What's the
I
blue-
promise.
If you going Kroger,
I promise.
What's the blue label is?
Twin. Hear me.
Huh?
I'm giving you my word as the king of talk. I'm just asking. I'm not going to even make a comment about it.
Okay, I'm gonna get like you. What's the reason? What's the purpose you ask? You know how when I ask you what church you go to, and
What?
you gonna give me a straight answer?
No, I don't
So what's the
mind.
reason?
Okay, I don't mind answering.
No. Huh?
I don't mind answering that
I'm
question.
answering back.
Oh my God.
Okay, answer. What church you go to? Then answer that.
No, you misunderstand.
No.
No, twin.
No.
Twin, I'm saying I don't mind answering why I'm asking you this question.
All right, go ahead, man.
The reason I was
Go ahead.
asking you the question was because someone was offering me some milk. Someone was offering me milk. They had milk for they had milk for like 49 cents, either a gallon or a half gallon somewhere. So I was asking, what kind of milk do you drink? So if it was the same kind of milk, I could turn you on to that deal.
No, you ain't turning me on to no deal. That ain't no good deal, bro.
It was 49 cents for a gallon of milk. That's a good ass deal.
Okay, where at, deal? You tell me so I can go over there and get it.
But you got to answer my question. What kind of milk?
No, you got a whole, what is it, whole 2%, 1%? skim milk.
I'm asking you, what kind of milk are you drinking?
I'm not drinking nothing. I'm putting it away.
What kind of milk are you putting away?
Just holding what you call it, 2% in the gallon.
Okay, you said 2%. You said 2%?
2% whole. That's a blue label, man.
Okay, 2%. I think they told me that this
no,
was.
They not. It's one. No, it's not. It's $3.19. The half gallon with a digital coupon is $1.29. I want to say for a half gallon. The whole gallon is $3.19.
Oh.
So whatever they tell you, they probably talking about like Walmart or Meijer somewhere apart.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Lord ain't got nothing to do with this. What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. I'm not talking about anything. Nothing.
I'm saying where they selling it at so I can go get some. If it's that cheap.
I thought it was. I'm pretty sure that she said it was 1%, and I believe she said it was at Meijer.
That's what I'm saying. It's somewhere over there. Because if Kroger ain't got that deal, they ain't had that deal since God knows when.
Okay, but it don't matter. You drink 2%, so it don't matter.
I mean, I drink, if it's whole milk and it's cheap like that, yeah, I'm gonna jump on.
Well, go check out Meijer.
Man, I ain't about to go out there. If it's worth I'm in that area, yeah.
What was the point?
I'm in that area, I'll go there. I ain't about to just go there because that's no.
Okay.
Yeah, ass out here.
All right.
Now, I know I read the pressure up. When you go to invite your uncle on the King's Talk.
What?
I said, when you go invite your uncle on the King's Talk.
What uncle?
Uncle Lincoln where, man? You know.
Twin.
Slow, man.
Twin, I appreciate your call. I got to run.
All right, man. Be safe, man.
All right, you too. All right. Hold on. Before I go, because I got to get out of here. Somebody was, Steban says digital sale ends tomorrow. So was I right? It was 1% and it was at Meijer. So that's all I was trying to do was hook him up on a deal. If you drink 1% milk, I believe they had 1% milk on sale for like 49 cents a gallon at Meijer. So if you're a 1% person, that's a deal for you. See, I'll be trying to look out for people. Is it that difficult to answer what kind of milk? Oh boy. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate everybody. Last thing, and I really do have to go. Remember, I told y'all that I thought maybe CM Punk was coming back. He came back. They brought CM Punk back at the end of the pay-per-view. They brought CM Punk back. I'm telling you, there was something. They were denying it too hard. And the rumor was too strong. I was like, they bringing him back. Now, I do have to admit, I thought they was going to bring him back for the War Games match. But they waited to the very end. But I thought they was going to bring him back. Brent thought they was going to bring him back. All right, that was it. I just needed to get my I told you so out. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. If you're out and about, do me the favor. You be the reason somebody smiles today. Till next time, it's been the Afternoon Experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm out, y'all. Peace.